How's it going, everyone? Back with another stream today. We're gonna be just playing the usual Abzan Yorion Stoneblade. We have the Mana Traders tournament this Saturday, so um, we're gonna be running this back. I think this is gonna be pretty much locked. I think I have my 75 locked. I'm not gonna spend too much thinking about it. I feel like Marn's a lame duck format. I feel like this is the same 75 that I've been playing for the longest time. I'm just gonna submit it probably, but we're probably just gonna get some reps in today. So for those who haven't seen this deck in action yet, it's just pretty much a BGX Abzan mid range, Stoneblade deck with just happens to have Yorion as a companion. So just imagine just the usual BGX list. I'm not catering too much to Yorion in the sideboard. I'm not running all these ETB effects. I'm just running a straight BGX deck, and we're just having a companion. Um, so we have just the usual discard spells, removal spells here. We have Tarmogoyf, Dark Confidant, and Stoneforge Mystic with the Leon of the Veil, the 3-drop. And the thing about the 80 card build is we have enough room to jam pretty much everything that I want. Like I feel like in 60 cards you really have to pick between Luris, Liliana, Skyclave Apparition, Lingering Souls, Kaya's Guile, and the equipment. It's really tough to make room for all of them. But in 80 cards, you have room for everything. You have room for Dark Confidants. You have room for main deck spell bombs to synergize with Luris. If it's with 80 cards, it might be a little difficult to draw your Mishra's bubbles, but spell bomb ends up being copies 5 through 6. We have an opportunity to have Cling to Dust main. So like that's why I'm actually really enjoying this build because I get to pretty much just run all of my favorite cards in BGX essentially. I feel like I'm playing an EDH deck where you get to jam all your favorite cards in that format. I feel like I get to jam all of my favorite cards in BGX in this list. And then the sideboard, it's kind of the usual, just the 2 Ashok, 2 Damping Spear, um, 2 explosives, 3 fulminators, 2 plague mans, and then I have a 1/1 split of Eidolon and Gaddock, and then I like having the 3rd sword in the sideboard to swap swords, as I like to say, depending on the matchup. But yeah, we're gonna just run a league. It should be fun. Um, just to be in preparation for the event on Saturday. So I will be streaming Saturday. I think the event starts at 7 a.m. Pacific, so I'll be up bright and early for that. 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. Eastern. So see how it goes. Not really expecting much. Just gonna hang out, play the usual tournament and call it a day. I think that's kind of my outlook on these kind of bigger tournaments. I feel like if you expect to do well, it puts a lot of stress on it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a game. You don't want to just put too much equity mentally into it, especially because Modern's such a lean format. Just Modern Horizons is going to shake up the format so much. So there's a little less incentive on really jamming anything, or trying to come up with anything. I mean, I think the usual, best decks in the format haven't changed. It's still Blue Red Prowess. It's still Heliod. And I have plans for those. I don't think there's anything that's going to be too surprising, especially because at the Super Q, I think Blue Red Prowess were like 3 of the top 4 place decks, right? So I don't think the meta has changed too much since a month ago, which is why nothing has really prompted me to change anything. Sounds decent if we can draw another land, specifically a black source here. Speaking of the devil, we have Blue Red Prowess here, probably. Tap land is really awkward. I think I'm just going to play this and pass. I think we want to hold up Fatal Push, because if we don't do anything now, we're going to have to push this anyway. So you're extremely strong. You don't stay. Yeah, it's definitely the best deck by probably a mile. Wow. This is one of those hands where we probably just we just can't beat. I'm gonna be straight honest with you. When they have this much of a creature heavy hand, when they have one removal spell, it's bad news. We just hope the last few cards are all lands. I think I want Inquisition here. I'll probably just play Shambling Event. Why is it a Jund Hierarch? I don't know, more to light. I really don't know why. I guess we just take the Bolt here. Play this and pass. I mean, they could Lava Dart my Lingering Souls tokens, but it's fine. Yeah, Lava Dart is more damage. I understand that, but they spend their turn Lava Darting me here. That's fine, right? Like, and I don't think they will. Like, I expect them to cast one half, but they drew a Bolt. Yikes. I think we just have to hold up Decay. So they have Lava Dart Unknown. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're a virtual 2. We just need to have them not cast anything. Inquisition buff isn't real, by the way. Yeah, it's definitely. We gotta just hope that their last cards will land, which I doubt. Enigmatic Incarnation, how so about them? Yeah, it's pretty busted. I'm assuming they're gonna Lava Dart me. Yeah. So we're just gonna Decay here. We're just in Bolt range too, which is unfortunate. Like I said, like they just drew one more creature than we could handle, which is unfortunate. They have Metamorphose. They have Metamorphose. Oh. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, so we just died. We're dead. We're dead. Unfortunate. Eidolon, EE. And the thing about this matchup, if you listen to the podcast that Francisco F. Palush, I know I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong, Spider Space and Everos, they're saying that, like, even though you could have a good matchup against Prowess, it's honestly probably like 55-45. And that's how I feel about the matchup. I feel like the matchup is probably 55-45. Just because we have, the discard spells into removal that actually kills their things with Push, Path, and Decay, and Liliana's. But even then, their hands are just so busted, so that, like, if they overwhelm a removal, we just die, and they can outgrind us. I think that's just how this deck is. So it's like, do I feel comfortable with the matchup? No, because the deck is just busted. But I think this deck has a better chance than, most of the format, right? So, how's disgusting? Yeah. Yeah, Deadmix Sphere is questionable just because, like, it ends up being like a mid-range deck, and that can, like, a mid-range match where they just outgrind us with, the 2 mana expressive iteration. They're able to just, like, they only run like 18, 19 lands, so, like, they just had draw more action than us, and they have, like, Storming Entity, like, to filter the draws. So it's just like, I understand that it stops their nut draws, but then it's one of those things where, like, it's one of those things where, like, their nut draws, it's not one of those things where Dead Sphere prevents them from executing really their game plan, right? Like, the cards that they're prevented from casting, like they're still relevant later in the game. The next turn here after that. So it's like, are we slowing them down? Sure, but it's tough. This hand is tough. We don't have a green source. We really need one. And in this deck, green is a splash color. 2, 3, 7, 10, 18 green sources out of 70. I think we have to mulligan this. God, if this one of these was a fetch, it would be such a good hand. This hand's decent. I think I just have to cut a path here. I don't want to path. I think I'm going to Triome here. Where's the red? It's one of those things where like we're not gonna want to cast it early anyway. Like, what are we gonna bottom here? We can't bottom a land. I guess I could take an argument for bottoming Stoneforge Mystic, but like I'd like to have something proactive here. Thoughtseize is interesting. I kind of like Thoughtseizing here over Stoneforge Mystic because I feel like they have like a 2-drop. They obviously don't have 1-drop. I mean, we want to set up this Liliana, right? Oh, Seasoned Pyromancer. Oh man, that Seasoned Pyromancer is so bad for us just because it makes our Liliana's kind of awkward. So I think I just have to take this. Yeah, I just have to just take the Seasoned Pyromancer, honestly. And then I'll probably just like Kai's Guile the Sprite Dragon. That's the card they drew. Okay. Okay. That's not bad. I get to like pretty much scry trick myself here. Another Marsh Flats. I don't think I want that. So let's shuffle that. We know they don't have a spell or anything in hand right now. I want to see if they're going to go all in on this Sprite Dragon. We get punished if they draw exactly Spell Pierce here. But like I'm assuming they're going to Manamorphose first. So... because I kind of want to see if they'll just burn all their burn spells out here, and then maybe they don't have a burn spell left for this Kai's Guile, right? So they Manamorphose here. Yep. I could even like make them exile too their graveyard, so we can answer the Seasoned Pyromancer. They're cracking, which is good. So Wild Slash Bolt Unknown. Okay. So we're just gonna cash in this Kai's Guile 100%. They're so far off being able to flashback the Seasoned Pyromancer. I feel like I just want to make a 1/1. I either want to make a 1/1 or gain 4. I think making a 1/1's better. So that's a good draw. Double Bolt. Yikes. So here, since we know they have the Bolt, I'm going to get Sword of Fire and Ice here. Okay. See if they bolt my Stoneforge Mystic. Okay. Okay. That's pretty brutal. Bolt my Stoneforge Mystic. Okay, so we know all the cards in their hand. It's just they just have lands in hand. We're just gonna Liliana them now. So here I'm not gonna attack in case they draw a Sprite Dragon or a another Swiss Sphere, so we can just chump and protect the Liliana. Oh god, that's so good. Talk about Iggy yet? I don't know what you're referring to, Ground Shirker. Don't know what you were referring to. What talk about Iggy yet? It's funny because like if you Iggy is actually it's like slang for ignore. Um, hmm. They just have all lands in hand. I feel like these swords are relevant. I think I'm just gonna cast those Lingering Souls though. So let's plus discard the Sword of Feast and Famine here. Just so we have this Edict effect ready. So let's see if they have like a Spell Pierce here. Which I doubt. I don't think they have Spell Pierce in hand. Just so I know I can attack. Is Iggy a spoiler? I haven't recognized all of the names yet. Like I don't remember the white one, even though I was so hyped about it. Oh, Ignoble Hierarch. Yeah, that card is gonna be. I think people are really, really hyped about it, as it should. And I think it's one of those cards where, um, it's good that Jund has access to it because stuff like turn two Liliana is gonna be really, really, really good, and that's something that I feel like most Jund players haven't had experience with because usually that line is only for Abzan players, right? Because you know we had Noble Hierarch in the deck before. Um, Interesting that they do that there. Is it Stormwing Entity? Stormwing Entity, that's fine. Yep. So this is the last card in hand. We know about it. So we are going to cash in this Liliana 100%. Hopefully we get an untapped land here. Untapped land would be absolutely absurd. They bottom topped. I think we're going to cash this in either way. Even though we didn't draw um, exactly what we would want. But getting a Goyf down is pretty solid. So big. Lingering Soul is coming in clutch. Yeah, but Ignore Hog seems super sweet though. Just acts as a Junk Colors because now you have a dork that helps you cast um, Liliana, Season Pyromancer, and those are like the cards that just help. Like it just helps you fix those colors, right? It's gonna, it's good. It's one of those things where like when if you look at like the historic Abzan decks, you've had like, you know, they call it like now they call it like Boomerang Abzan, but it's like just the usual, you know, discard spells, you know, 23 to 24 lands, and then that's kind of the shell. Or you have 22 lands plus 3 to 4 Noble Hierarch. Um, and I think Jun's gonna devolve into that. Where do you want to go bigger with like Bloodbraid Elves, or do you want to go more lower to the ground, more likely to double spell with Ignoble Hierarch? And especially since like Jund has access to like Lightning Bolt, going like turn one Hierarch, turn two Tarmogoyf Bolt your dude, that tempo gain is just so good. And I think that's something that is very exciting. I don't think it's gonna make Jund tier one. I think it's just gonna result in a different Jund deck, and having different builds of Jund is always exciting just because, you know, just having different sub archetypes of an archetype is pretty cool. And that's kind of how I felt about with Abzan when there was like Noble Hierarchs and there was like centralized list is what we called it. Um, and like, you know, there'd be a divide of like what do you like better, like, and there's trade-offs, right? Like if you get your Noble Hierarch bolted, then you're really fucked, you know, because that's your third mana source, and since you only have 22 lands, you're less likely to draw your third land for your Liliana, right? So it's like it's like a high sitting, low floor where like you're setting up a turn to Liliana, but then if you get Stone Raid essentially, then you're kind of screwed, you know. But I think Noble Hierarch would be better in Jund just because Jund has a lot of one drops like Bolt and Push, but also has that, you know, top end like Holagon's command. So like against Tron, for example, right? Being able to like turn one Hierarch, turn two on the play Holagon's command expedition map is gonna be something like that's gonna be insane for you guys. Um, How's it going, sub guy? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in as always. Um, but yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on Ignoble Hierarch. I think it's cool to have to give decks like that access to a card like that, right? I kind of want a Thoughtseize here. Just to nab a threat. I kind of want to set this explosives too. Oh, the hand is just bad. Well, we take the iteration here. I mean, they have Vapor Snag holding up to prevent their guy from getting pushed, so it's fine. Well, we're gonna Thoughtseize here. So their hand is really bad. Got it. We're gonna go to 11 though, which is kind of scary. I need so many cards from this set. I feel the same way as you, Spaghetti. Feel the same way as you. I think I have to get another basic swamp here. Like, I kind of don't want to go to 11. So we're just going to do this. Just get all our basics out. They're stuck on one land, so it's unfortunate for them. Hopefully we can ride this Goyf to victory here. But yeah, I think everyone is... There's at least one card that everyone is freaking out about for sure, which is kind of a slam dunk, right? Hopefully there's nothing too broken, but there are a lot of exciting cards for sure. For sure. Okay. I would have put Yorion in hand if I didn't draw that Stoneforge Mystic. I'm just gonna fetch now. They have the Braid, right? So maybe I should just put Yorion in hand. It's just a quicker clock. I'm gonna get Sword of Fire Nice here. So they have double Braid Unknown. Like now it's like, what if they ever tap out for this? Like we just equip a sword and attack. Okay. So the last card was Lightning Bolt. It's fine. Because now that since they have double Abrade in hand, we just equip a sword and they like have to abrade the sword. Like this is so bad for them. Emery and Artifacts new. Yeah, there's just so many cards. So many. It's like kind of like sensory overload because like we're just so used to like, you know, oh, you know, like a couple cards that are playable here and there from a set, but then we're literally getting like 30 cards. Mary Dark won't make Jund any better. It won't. You mad? I agree with you, but I think it's one of those things where it'll just be cool to have two different types of Jund, and I think that's just my point. Because people are gonna play Jund no matter what, right? So I was just messaging on Twitter a little, and I know you're out here trying to Abzan. I never try to Abzan, Spider. I think it's well, you know, accepted the fact that I do Abzan. You know, that's the That's the hope, right? So we have we're gonna win here. We have Kai's Gal up here. I'm just gonna get Batterskull at this point. I don't think anyone does Abzan. You know, it's you gotta show Abzan some respect here. I'm sure our opponent did not respect Abzan, and look what happened. They got fucking wrecked. Never disrespect Abzan. The vote cards are sweet though. I agree with you, Matt. And I think the thing is like they keep pushing that envelope of like, oh man, free spells are broken. Never gonna print free spells. Oh hey, we printed Hogak. Oh, we printed Metamorphose. Oh, we printed fucking, oh my god, the peak card, Jataxian Probe, and it's like Hogak. Oh, Mistress Bauble is broken. It's okay though. Like we'll leave Mistress Bauble. Oh, but stuff like Mox Opal, we're banning that. Okay, but then, like, when will they learn? When will they learn? No Abzan Hierarch. I mean, it's hard to play Hierarchs in a Lava Dart world. I'm gonna be curious if Lava Dart is still relevant in the meta when everything settles, and if stuff like Lava Dart and Renin 6 leave the meta, then Ignoble Hierarch and Jun ends up being really good, right? Well, don't come for Metamorphose. Ban Metamorphose 100%. 100%. Like, Is a Phoenix died for Metamorphosis Sins. Sorry, Faithless Looting died, specifically. I'm playing Fetch Lands and even a Triome. I hate it. What do you mean? You actually play a Triome in your Taxes deck? Why would you do that? That sounds wrong. No Abzan Hierarch yet? Yeah, there needs to be I don't know what you're going to call it. It should be like Siege Hierarch, right? Like, just come on. Just give that to us. I put Logan to 5. That's scary. Bobzan will come back. We're playing Bobzan right now. I mean, we just need Yorion in it, but we have Bobzan. Alright, we need a green source. That's not a green source. I mean, our opponent mulliganed to Cavern Vial, so ideally this Bob can survive. Looting would still be busted as fuck. I agree. Looting is just not right. Kept a one-lander, I see. Alright, we're gonna slam this Bob here. I think we just have to. Lucruria makes Arbiter worse. You don't need Path when you have Force of Plow, so bye-bye Kitty Cat. Oh, I see. That's fair. How's it going, Gabriel? Oh, man. I'm so sorry, Gabriel. Hear about your cat. I used to be a vet tech, so, like, I had plenty of experiences with, our loved ones, our furry loved ones going down. Sorry for your loss, buddy. Hope you and your family are doing okay. Hope your kitty cat had a good life too. Green source. One time. That's cute. That's really cute. Oh. I mean, Luris is Busto, so let's bubble them. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be casting Decay on this turn, right? So, unclaimed territory. So they have a land off the top. Do they probably just have, like, mono 3-drops and shit in their hand, or what? Oh. Interesting. So they could image. Interesting. They could image our Bob, which would actually be pretty disgusting. So I had to kind of decay that. Yeah, Ignoble Hierarch is going to be really exciting for sure. For Jun. Just, I was saying, like, I feel like that'll spark a new archetype of Jund, which is going to be really cool. I think there's going to be the more like traditional version of Jund with Bloodbraid Elf, and there might be more lower to the ground one with Ignoble Hierarch. And I was saying earlier, like when you're on the play against Tron and you can like turn to Kolaghan's Command and Expedition map, you're gonna be like, oh man, Ignoble Hierarch's like the fucking best card ever. So I'm surprised you think Hierarch is good in Jund. It's not. I don't think it's gonna be good. I think it's just gonna be an interesting take on the archetype. Well, they're gonna have a Bob. I think I'm just going to. I'll probably have to like Lurrus bring back Bauble. So let's attack actually. Let's see if they actually want to trade here, which I doubt. They could also like copy our Lurrus too. Copying their Lurrus would be really bad actually. But then we have the Spell Bomb. Yeah, because they can go like Lurrus, bring back Image, but then we can crack the Spell Bomb, right, if they do that. So I think come in sooner also makes hits worse. Yeah. And it's one of those things where I always thought that Noble Hierarch is a high ceiling, low floor kind of build, right? Saying the progression of Noble, yeah. Ignoble and Imperial is going to be interesting, yeah. There's no way we're going to be able to... So I think we're just going to Lurrus here and just try to outgrind him in card advantage. And we can like Bauble Trick ourselves and just like fetch something away. And then if they try to copy a Lurrus, we can crack Spell Bomb. Because we really need to draw a removal spell here, whether it's Path or a Push or something. Yeah. Or just even going something as simple as like turn 2 Goyf plus Bolt. So like you just turn the corner so much faster, Gabriel. It's just one of those things where like if you get your Hierarch bolted, I guess I do want that trophy. I'm not gonna be able to kill their image. So yeah, let's see if they copy Lurrus here. That'd be interesting. Yeah, I can't do anything here. Okay. So I'm gonna wait to draw this. Draw this. Shuffle this. And then, crack this. So I'm surprised they got the Lurrus here. I would have got the Bob. So this actually kind of worked out perfectly with what I wanted to do. Maybe go run directional Lurrus in the main or side runs to be. Yeah. It's one of those things where like if you get your Ignoble Hierarch bolted, it just feels so bad. Especially when like you have if you keep 2 lands, like if you keep 2 lands Hierarch rest of your hand, it's all 3 drops. You since you're probably running 22 lands, you're never gonna draw your 23rd land. I'm telling you that right now. Coming from who played a lot of that build, Oh, do I want to trade? I don't think so, right? Maybe I do. I already have this backup Polaris in hand. I think we just trade. I actually don't mind the life gain too. I kind of want to hold up trophy here. So I just play the second Bob. I guess so. Because I feel like if they had played any, if they had any card threat off the top, they would have casted it, right? They already went to blockers, so they can't block now, even if they had a creature. So I think we're just gonna play second Bob and pass. One Kiki, one Feller should be just be in the deck. Note to self: register for the Magic event. Note to self: looks like Philly's game is in garbage time. Probably every Spider. Let me let you in on a little secret here. Every time we register this 95, it's always garbage time for our opponent. Man, this Stream Deck is not loading. Isn't my internet here? Okay, it's not my internet. Is our opponent in the tank? Or just Stream Deck are just really slow. What the hell? You're running Jeskai Taxes? Gabriel, what the fuck are you doing? Gabriel Maxon, one of Magus. Oh, can you tutor for it? Holy shit. People are going to be tutoring for Magus of the Moon? Oh, no. That's going to be so annoying. Like, people just like tutor and then violin Magus? Fuck. Ooh, they get tutor for Skyclave Apparition? Oh my god, that's going to be so disgusting. So disgusting. What's the black splash for? You mean blue, right? For what are you returning with this? What am I missing here? Evoker. What am I missing? That's cool art, by the way. Oh, I see. I was like, what does that card do? It's not me, right? Oh, this card's. I thought of you when I saw this card. I was actually gonna tag you in it, but then I got distracted by work and the swords to evoke swords guy. Yeah. Yeah, I do you have enough white cards though? You have 4, 8, 12, 16. Wait, this isn't Yorion, right? This is Yorion. All right, so 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18, 22, 23, 24, 28. And then you need, what's the magic number? What's the magic number for force? How many blue cards? Oh, predictive, 17. I say 22. What did I say? You had 24. Okay, so you're over. Yeah, you have enough. I trust you for knowing that, but it doesn't hurt to get a little peer review action in there. Yeah, this is. I like the list, especially because you have the toolbox kind of nature of it, so you can like tutor for Imperial with Imperial Recruiter, right? Is our opponent doing anything? Oh, our opponent said sorry. Okay, that's fine. God, that's gonna be so annoying. I'm gonna be so annoyed by fucking Imperial Recruiter into Magus. Imperial Recruiter and a Skyclave would be sweet too. Are you running Restoration Angel though? That's gonna be so hard because that card's triple red though. So that's gonna be kind of rough. Yeah, it's gonna be disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Just because you can tutor for both. I mean, that makes sense. And then again, like, Kiki Jiki isn't bad in your deck either, right? Like, Kiki Jiking a Skycleave Apparition or, like, a Seasoned Pyromancer. Or even, like, Kiki Jiking a Recruiter. Like, going Recruiter, fetch Kiki copy Recruiter, get Felidar Guardian, wins the game. Right? Like, if unimpeded, the Recruiter will fetch you your infinite combo. And that's nuts. Excuse me. Almost died there. I'm like dying just thinking about it. Yeah, exactly. Wow, I just like almost died. See, Spider, you're killing me with your fucking jank. Sword supplies in this new set from Modern. It was in that deck list. I think Spire just said he's supposed to be. Swords is supposed to be that. So yeah, it's just a substitute because they don't have the new cards in Stream Decker yet. We're just gonna have to start attacking here. See if they attack, but they block. Double Bob is kind of scary. Kind of want to end the game quicker. I think we're just gonna get this Luris down. Just hold up Trophy. Get all this information. Meddling Mage. Don't do shit, buddy. Don't do shit. Another Mishra's Bauble. So they have Meddling Mage Unknown. We just want to make sure we don't die to our own Bobs here, or we're in the clear. Casting this. Okay. Probably just trophy this now. And then just have Kai's Guile up the whole game. Probably like Liliana minus. Mistress. My engine, no. Trophy this. Bobby, don't kill me. Don't do it. Robert, no Batterskull. Good job, Robert. Good job. Thank you. Robert, Obscure Confidante. All the cards. Just all the cards. Oh, I love Dark Confidant so much. Alright, so we're just going to do this. All the removal just comes in. We can probably board out all the yard hate. I kind of want this sword. What are the green cards? Just like Noble Hierarch. Blackus, Kitesail Freebooter. I feel like we can just safely swap swords here. I think like we just want everything else. Maybe trim a Hex Drinker. We just don't have the time to like level it up. Did you like that Cyber Plague Engineer? It feels so dirty. Yeah, Plague Engineer is just so dumb. I saw Solmaka tweet something about how Plague Engineer is just like made building or sideboards just a little more simpler. just because of the fact that you have this kind of mini wrath effect. That's just also kills our opponent, right? Like you can see, like usually we have like a flaying tendrils, a damnation, and engine explosives. The fact that just like wipes their board and then attacks too is just so good. It's a very good point. I like codices over the hex drinker. You want to cut a thought seeds over the hex drinker? Is that what you're trying to say? Are you trying to say you have to keep the hex drinker in, or are you like the hex drinker the cyberbook guy? Oh, cut a seeds, gotcha. I thought that's what you meant. I thought that's what you meant. Yeah, I could see that. I just like having the discard spells just because trying to nab a Mantis Rider early is going to be much better than that. Don't worry about it, book guy. Um, You man, I would love to play Counterspell with my Shadowless, but Drown is so much better. That's the thing. Counterspell was good, but the fact that there's a lot of just better cards, right? Like Drown a lot. The fact that Drown a lot also kills, something, and people are gonna. It doesn't. It's just. I don't want to say it's better, but it's just more versatile, right? Um. So I think there are always a lot of spots where Counterspell's better than Drown, i.e., against Tron. But I think that's probably just like a meta call, right? Um, yeah, the reanimate spell that reanimates like a non-legendary creature for 2. That card is busto. So busted. Like these main deck spell bombs and cling to dust, they're gonna be pretty fucking clutch. Yeah, persist. Yeah, that's the name. Thank you for writing in the chat book, guy. Blind Man X22, thank you for the Prime sub. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you for all the support. Welcome to the Abzan clan. You are welcome to spam any and all of the emotes provided. We have the Siege Rhino, Fatal Push, Lingering Souls, Fucktron, and typical Abzan logo here. Thank you for the Prime sub, though. Really appreciate your support. It means a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just want to put Tight Spout Tire into play. That's the Tight Spout. I can see the art and it like bounces stuff, right? Yes, I would like my top ramen friend as my companion. Speaking of the card, we're gonna keep this hand even though it's kind of slow in the draw. We're just gonna hope that it does stuff. You never cast a spell or return a target down. That's pretty gross. Pretty gross. Fucking. This is gas. This is gas. Inquisition of Kozileko. Kind of want the Inquisition of Kozilek, sorry. So let's just play this. I guess I can play this Overgrown Tomb tapped here. Just in case we draw another bauble. Hello. I mean, this is gonna be gross because then you just like play Mishra's Bauble and just like bounce their land or whatever. Fucking disgusting. Oh my god. We drew a Fatal Push too. So good. I'm like really tempted to push this, dude. I mean, like, oh man, this explosive is gonna be so fucking good though. Oh fuck, I didn't play my land. Oh my god, I'm like distracted by chat. Fuck me. Oh my god, I'm so annoyed. I could have played my land. Oh my god. This is what happens when I'm like reading chat and like just playing. I'm not looking at what's happening in the game. Why not play both and you play stuff like bouncer things? Yeah, exactly. We're still not in a bad spot though, unless they play Thalia. Play Thalia, that's pretty gross. Oh. Okay, that's kind of shitty. Okay. Yeah, Spider Space is definitely going for the other team here. I think we just have to Inquisition here. Oh, that's so awkward. Okay, then we can ignore the Spellbinder. I think we take this guy. It's the most damage, I think. Like, Reflector Maze doesn't really do anything. Yeah, let's just do that. Oh, that's so annoying. We could have, like, EE'd here. Destroyed the whole world. They can't cast anything either. Are they going to Spellbinder here? You don't want to play the better taxes? Exactly. Exactly. So we're going to take 5. Take the explosives, please. Every one of my Spellbinder opponents have always taken the explosives, which I never understood. Oh no. Wow, me not playing the third line really cost me here, because like they wouldn't be able to do anything here. Oh man. Wow, I just like literally punted that game away. That's so annoying. I would have easily won that game because they were stuck on one land. We like EE'd and like blew up their whole mana, their vial. So humans definitely did fall off the map though, for sure. Okay, Kevin, you got to focus on this game. Stop being distracted by chat and just like clicking through. All right, can we get that same hand though? That hand was pretty gas. This hand's also very good. We need a green source though. Let's get lucky. We have a discard spell too. We're gonna. This is a classic spider space keep, so we're gonna fucking keep it. 100%. Magus of the Moon. What is happening? We're gonna draw a green source here, and we're going to play Tomergoyf, and we're gonna win the game. As you just hold Abrupt Decay the rest of the game. Green source. Okay, that hurts a little bit. That hurts a little bit. We should have won this match. Oh, man. What are they drawing? Champion the Parish. Oh, man. An Engineer Explosive would be nice here, wouldn't it be? Come on, Explosives. Okay, we got our green source. But now we're kind of on the back foot here. Explosives one time. Explosives one time. They have Canopy Territory Unknown. Fatal Push is a great draw. That's probably arguably one of the best draws we could have asked for. Okay. Okay, that's a card that we did not know about. They had the Canopy. They just decided not to cast it. Okay. Engineer Explosives one time. Please. One time. Engineer Explosives. That's what we were supposed to do last game, right? Interesting. Huh. Do I just put Yorion in hand here? I can also just hold up Decay or hold up or just play Sword Out. I think I like racing here. Yeah, I think I like racing here. And this kind of puts them in like a mini abyss too. Okay, again, that's a card that we did not know about. So we know about Unclaimed Territory, Canopy. Is this a freebooter? Oh, okay. That is perfectly fine. That's fine. Why didn't he Blood Moon me? Because I casted a discard spell and took it from them. They can't. No, they didn't have enough mana to. There's a bug in my room. So they're kind of in the abyss here. Wow, they took it. Oh, you're right. I mean, do they want to sack two hierarchs? I guess they do, huh? Hmm. Okay, well, that means they punted. Like how we punted game two, they punted game three. Okay. Pop you. Well, we're just in the they're just in the abyss, like I said. I don't know why they didn't play the canopy unless they cracked in. I just missed closing it out. Okay, I'm assuming that's the case. I'm assuming that is the case. Let's attack here. They probably did. I also forgot it too. But what are you gonna do? Again, they're probably in just like, oh, okay. So come here, Top Ramen. It's noodle time. Noodle time. Yeah, I've been liking the sword. Honestly, it's been great. It's like classic examples like Dredge, right? Where you want the protection from black, but you don't want them to discard. So like Sword of Light and Shadow's like the classic, like, oh, I'm gonna swap here, you know. So it's look poor this game, but humans isn't exactly the metrics to judge by. Yeah. Then again, there are spots where it's better, like it's good, right? It's stuff like Reflector Mage, attacking through like Thalia's Lieutenant, Kitesail Freebooter, General Kudro. Like it's one of those things where like you board in against decks where you want the pro white. So even stuff like Esper Control where you want to get protection from path and push, it's pretty clutch there. So I like it. I like it in a lot more matchups than you would think. The triggers just sucked. Yeah, I only played for the protection. It's kind of like my thing. I really like the Sword Light and Shadow on the sideboard. I really like that versatility here where we can kind of just adjust on the fly. I think it's probably because we're on different deck spider, but like giving a Karmagoyf like protection from our opponent's deck is actually relevant, right? So we're two. I guess that means it's time for the Tron matchup. Exactly, Etherealize. Exactly. You know exactly the storyline here. 100%. The thing about Spider though, I've been having the third sword in the sideboard since Field of the Dead. So I'd have like Feast and Famine and Sword and Fire and Ice, and then against like any field of the deck, I would just swap the sword. I would swap the Sword and Fire and Ice for the Light and Shadows. We have two pro black swords, and I like ever since Field got banned, I kind of cut it because I didn't really, I thought I didn't need it, but then I ended up adding it back because I missed it. I really liked having that versatility. We're gonna draw our green source like we did last time. So, and even then we have like turn two Stoneforge, turn three Skyclave or Liliana. What is this? Is this Ponza? Oh, it's just Dredge. Okay, well we have. Main deck spell bomb. Main deck spell bomb. Opponent's like, what the fuck? Oh my god, I'm dying. Oh. But they got the conflagrate. Okay, they did not hit a dredger. That's just not fair. You can't talk to me about what's not fair here. You can't. Okay, they did not hit a. They don't have a dredger here. That's good. That's good, right? It's really good. Okay. Do I Skyclave Apparition here? The thing about though is like they have the conflagrate in the graveyard. I kind of want to like not cast a Stoneforge Mystic knowing that they have conflagrate. I could also just like decay the Shriekhorn and they have no way to get cards in the graveyard currently. So I think I like that line here of just decay the Shriekhorn. And then we just still have Spellbomb up. And then they're probably incentivized like to like Cathartic Reunion, and then we can just crack the Spellbomb. Then they probably don't do anything this turn, and then next turn we can Stoneforge Mystic, crack Spellbomb. So and before main deck Nature's Claim. Oh man. That is so funny. I mean, they're kind of incentivized to like do this, right? They have to. Like a baby conflagrate. Maybe discard like 1 or 2 dredgers. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Okay. So here I'm just going to crack this, eat their graveyard, because I don't want them to be able to conflagrate my... I guess I could have waited, huh? Maybe I should have just waited. I was a little too hasty. I probably should have waited on that Spellbomb crack. That was probably a mistake. Yeah, until that crack. Because now they can conflagrate discard 2. Oh, that crack was... I got a little too excited. Okay. They just had to draw the conflagrate there. Man. That was a punt. Okay. So they have no cards in hand. God bless you, Tarmogoyf. God bless you. God bless your soul. Oh. I guess I just push this. I could also just Skyclave it. Skyclaving is probably just better. Yeah, Sky Cleaving just better. Land? Get that trigger? No, not so lucky. Boop. Hopefully we didn't. We're very close to not getting punished by our hasty spellbomb crack. So I'm gonna equip sword onto this Tarmogoyf here, because this plays around Lava Axe. I guess it doesn't play around Lava Axe exactly, so that might have been wrong, but actually doesn't play around Lava Axe at all. Oh no, it does, because there's no lane in the graveyard. Lucky. Lucky. Oh, Skyclave Apparition, you are just really good too. So this is a situation, Spider, where like I like swapping the swords here. Like Light and Shadow is just infinitely better than Feast and Famine. What do we really want to cut? The veils are bad. I guess we can cut the trophy. I think we just go like this. We can maybe cut, bring in Teague and stop their conflagrates. It's not bad. I don't like Hex Drinker in this matchup. I can see maybe EE coming in, but it's like loose in my opinion. I think we'll just go like this. But 39 viewers, guys. Thanks everyone for tuning in and hanging out. If you guys want to support the channel, please hit that follow button. If you guys want to check out my past streams, I stream this deck a lot in the month of May. You guys can go to my YouTube, and then if you guys want to get stream updates, you guys can follow me on Twitter. All the info is on the bottom bar there. Really appreciate everyone hanging out. It's always fun jamming some modern. This is kind of a mulligan. Thing is, I'd better than, but neither one is good. I don't think that's true. I think the life gain is relevant there. If they like Lava Axis, you know, a Scoos or a Stoneforge, bringing it back is relevant, you know. I think I bottomed this Triome here, actually. Could also just bottom this push. Maybe bottoming the push is better. Really hope this discard spell hits something. This light is like blinding me. I'm gonna put it on the side. Okay. So I gotta hope that this this Thoughtseize hits like a reunion or something. Abrupt Decay is fine. Kind of just need like a Kai's Guile or an Ashiok or something. So I think I'm going to shuffle that away. I think I need like specific cards, and like a spot removal spell isn't going to do anything here. So we'll try to hit a reunion. If we had double reunion, then that's bad. Oh, their hand is absolutely garbaggio. Even if they had this, it's like, my goodness, why did you keep the hand, opponent? Okay. Why did you keep that hand? Why are we drawing like this? Stoneforge Mystic. Can they beat a Stoneforge Mystic? That's the real question. What do you mean by that, Spider? I don't understand what you're trying to say. I think we're going to keep this trial and cycle it. Okay. Okay, that doesn't do anything here. Just going to pass the turn. That's not true, though. There's a lot of board states where Goyf just gets chumped, and we're giving our opponents draw steps. That's the point. So they have Loam. So the fact that we don't have any graveyard hate is hurting us here. Imp. So they have Conflagrate in the yard, which is annoying. So they have Imp, Loam, Amalgam, Unknowns. It's one of those things where like Light and Shadow helps seal the deal, and that's why it's one of those things where you have it as a tutorable card versus, you know, like you're tutoring the card. You're not trying to hope to naturally draw, and you're gonna tutor for it when you're in a board state where they have a bunch of amalgams and, you know, stuff where you want to attack through. And Stinkwood Imp. Stinkwood Imp is just like the key card that's really annoying when they just start hard casting those. Having the ability to attack through that is just so good. So they have Imp, Cave, Mesa, Mesa. Okay. This Conflagrate here. So we're probably going to end your turn Batterskull and untap, probably like cycle this Triumph, hit a Spell Bomb here. We really need to hit a Yard Hate spell like this turn. Wait, True Thoughtseize. That's really funny. Spell Bomb. Wow. Okay, well that's really shitty. Maybe I should have put Yorion in hand. Maybe that might have been better. I think trying to hit a spell bomb might be better. I don't know. I think that's close. They put... Oh, they milled the Ancient Grudge. Fuck me. So they have Loam in hand. So, Cave, Mesa, Blossom. Okay. Do they have another green source? Yeah, I think it's just... It's been a lot more relevant than... It's relevant enough to where I cut it from my sideboard spider and I put it back. So I think if that says anything... Okay, so they have Cave, Blast Zone. I'm just gonna get a Overgrown Tomb here. Kaya's guy would be nice here. That doesn't do anything. What are they gonna get? Imp. Okay. What are they going to? Loam. Our deck just doesn't want to behave. Just drew a lot of patch of lands here. Vindicate is bad, but Stirring Pillage is good. Yeah. Apparently that's Wizard's thought process there. Okay. We can't Skyclave or Decay that, which is unfortunate. So we're probably going to lose this game because we just didn't draw any of our Graveyard Hate. So they are going to draw Imp, Imp. What's a lost card? It says it again. Returns KO damage to their hand with this Dredge ability. That's so funny. Oh, Moto. Why would you do such a thing? I'll probably decay this. Okay, never mind. Never mind about decaying that. I don't think there's a way out of this. We don't have our Maelstrom Pulse or anything. Did they eat through all their creeping chills? There's one left. Yeah, this looks like it's over. Let's just concede before a computer crashes because there's all these triggers. Yeah, that was unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? Maybe we want the trophy for the Ox, but that's loose, I think. I think it's really loose. Apostle's Blessing. May the bans come swiftly after Modern Horizons 2. May they be too numerous to count. I hope that the meta ends up settling to where it's pretty balanced. And it's, who knows, maybe we're like in Stockholm Syndrome where like Modern's actually more broken than like we give it credit for. And like maybe all these cards don't do anything. Because like honestly, like Spike for the Heliod is like, can any of the cards that you know, all the deck ideas, right? Like, can they beat a Spike for the Heliod, right? Like, I know a lot of people are like talking to me about Grief and how good Grief is, but can that deck, you know, you're still 2 for winning yourself, and then can you beat Spike for the Heliod with that deck? And I think the answer is no. Still, we're gonna have them willing to hate here. They kept 7, which is shitty. All right, we got double Kaya's Guile. I think we just keep double Kaya's Guile here. Let's be a little safe. Hopefully they just have a really slow hand. Okay. I guess we're gonna play this tapped. They're gonna go 2-drop, go off here, so, or the either Thrilling Discovery or Cathartic Reunion, and we just gotta hope that they just kind of whiff. Okay, Loam Thug. Okay. So they did essentially whiff here. They really did whiff. So they have no dredgers in the graveyard. I agree with you that Blue Prowess is definitely the best deck. And you can ask that same question about that deck. How is your deck gonna beat like all the brews that we're thinking about, is it gonna beat, you know, Blue Prowess? I think the answer is no. Sam GGIEF, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. How was your stream? Hopefully it went well. Thank you so much for the raid. Okay, well, we're going to exile the graveyard and make it 1/1 here. Exile Archer, make it 1/1. Vizier combo is still a thing. Yeah. We're just gonna hold the Chaos Skull the rest of the game. They're gonna lava axe by spirit. No. Okay. How many creeping jewels did they mill? 2. Imp. They were turning mountain. Interesting. Okay. Twice the price win they gave me exactly. We could conflagrate and then discard the whole hand. That would be interesting. They're probably like, there's no way they have a second Kai's Guile. Gonna be a little patient here. Golgari Thug. Let's have stops and keep and draw. Where powers to receive 2 bans? I don't know about that. Ooh, they have Ox. I think I let this go. What else do they have in their exile? They exiled one of the conflagrate, so I think this is probably their last conflagrate. They have 1 Archamiibo left, 2 prized amalgams, 1 prized amalgam, apologies. Do I want to let them Ox here? Do I want to let them conflagrate too? Yeah, so I think... Sorry, I'll go back to chat after. I'll catch up on the chat messages after this match. Let me focus a little bit more. I'm either going to let them cast this Ox. Yeah, I think I'm just going to let them cast this Ox here. Okay, so let me look back. Lava Dart better than all, so no, my brews probably still lose. Yeah, apparently all your brews, Spider Space, all your brews died to Lava Dart, so that's kind of it, right? The green white land better than the Orzhov ones, since you already have a lot of Lycra in the deck already. I have the black white land for the colors Gabriel, not because of the ability. So let that be clear. So they can conflagrate me for 5. So if they conflagrate me for 5, I'm like very tempted to just like gain 4 exile graveyard because then they can't Ox anyway. So they had Imp in hand. They have 1 card left. Clearing Discovery is a sorcery, right? So I think this is where I cash in this Kai's Guile here. So the Imp. I don't think they have a Forgotten Cave in hand. And if they do, that's fine, I think. I might get going to 10. I think I'm okay with making them sack the thug too. Because like that way we can just slam a Barrel Skull next turn and then we just don't have to worry. And we can actually attack. Yeah, I think I like this play. Cool. What do they have left? They have one Amalgam. They may have one Ox left, but like... Victor Gira 31, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. 45 viewers, welcome everyone. Opponent is in the tank. We exiled one of their ancient grudges. I don't know how many they run. They may run two, right? Stinky. Good call. Good call. Okay. Stinky's annoying. Do we just put Yorion in hand here? I don't think I hate putting Yorion in hand. And then I want to hold up 3 for Ancient Grudge. Because I feel like we're not winning this game through combat necessarily. Stinky's so annoying. Path to Exile would be a good draw here. You attack with a Stinky? No way. Lingering Souls isn't bad. They're just like so far off, like killing us. I think they milled both Conflagrates. They have one Narcomoeba left. They probably have no Oxes. They have one Creeping Chill. 13 turns to go exactly. That's kind of the mindset here, Spaghetti. That is kind of the mindset here. I think we just cast those Lingering Souls. And then kind of just pass. Just hold up Bouncing Batter Skull with this Ancient Grudge. Like, they can't really attack. We're kind of just like in a stall mode, right? Like, technically we can attack when they have 5 cards left in library, technically. Wow. They're just like drawing 3. The thing is, like, they can't really exactly cast this Ox either. Which is really funny. Oh, wow. I just conceded they knew they couldn't win. Oh, okay, that would have locked it up for sure. That would have definitely locked it up. 3-0, baby. My stream deck, my what do you call it? The stat that the record is not updating. Let me there you go. All right, cool. Update 3 2 1 2 1 2 1. Alrighty, I'm gonna go get some water real quick, and then we're gonna finish off this league. I will be right back. If we don't face Tron this round, 100% we're getting a trophy. Plus the curse is broken. Or the last match is gonna be Tron into Amulet. I will bet a lot of money on that. At least one of these last two matches is Tron, E-Tron, or Amulet, or Scape Shift. Which is fine. Honestly, it's just fine. But we really appreciate everyone tuning in. We're off to a great start. 3-0. We beat Blue Red Prowess, Humans, and Dredge. So the modern league meta is open as always. Hopefully we can round this league off to a solid finish. Opponent is 3-1. Can we play against Dredge again? Can this be against Dredge too? Please. Please, opponent. Please be on Dredge. Come on. Come on. Main deck Spell Bomb. Dredge. 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 I'm just going to do this. If it's not Dredge, I'll probably just crack the Spell Bomb. Marsh Flats. What could Marsh Flats be? Wow, okay, that was pretty good. This could be like... I don't know. Let's just get a Bear Skull, though. Make them Aether removal. What do you have here? What do you have? What duel are you getting? Is this Mardu? Is this just Orzhov? Path me. Path to exile. Let's just push. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's just Orzhov. I don't know if this is exactly the mirror if I have Yorion and they don't, right? We're just going to put this in hand. There you go. Smallpox with... How's it going, Rounsley? It could be smallpox. That would be very annoying, but we don't have a creature. If they had smallpox, maybe they might have cast it if they had the black source. Maybe not. I don't know. They go Lingering Souls. That'd be really annoying. If they go Elite Spellbinder. Oh, okay, sure. You know what's great? You know what's great is this doesn't target Sedgemoor Witch. Sack, make a 1/1. Next turn, I'm kind of tempted just to play Batterskull here. Feel the run. And then if they have like a way to like kill Spirit and Batterskull, we can just Yorion the Batterskull the following turn. This is gonna be a grind fest. Grabs popcorn. Is there any other way to go about it, right? Is there any other way? Okay. So do we just like crack this now to eat their souls? I think we do. Okay. It's kind of like a really bad temple play because like that's all we're doing. I mean, we do have this other spell bomb. But I don't think I can let them have another pair of 1/1s here. Just with the how the board state is. I'm gonna... Oh, that's fine. What is 3-1 though? That's great for them. If they don't do anything here, that'd be great. They attack. I think I just trade. Are they skyclaving my spell bomb? Interesting. I kind of do want to cling or exile their cling, and also just draw a card, right? So let's just do that. That's really funny. Okay, that's a great draw. So let's Inquisition them. Show me what you got, opponent. Vanishing Verse, Sword of Feast and Famine, Lingering Souls. So I guess we just take the sword. The can Vanishing Verse my Germ token and attack, and then we just Yorion it back. That seems like a solid play here. Yeah, so let's... I forget what land to play. I think I'm just going to fetch here because this will save us life in the long run. It's a sweet deck for sure. I've seen this in the 5-0 dumps for sure. So I'm assuming they would verse my germ. Probably flashback souls. Yeah. So they have lingering souls. Play the swamp. Yep. Yep. So they're hellbent with the lingering souls in the graveyard. We have Yorion about to just flicker a batter skull. So target that. Play a fetch land probably. Hold up revolt. Cool. Yorion coming in clutch here. We just need them to not draw anything. We don't need to push the Skyclave right now. Like, there's no need to. Like, I'd rather save it for, like, a Sedgeborn Witch or something, right? Well, now that they casted this, I guess I will uh, push a Skyclave. Joke's on you, opponent. Joke's on you. So let's see if they attack. I doubt they will. Are they gonna flashback this Lingering Souls? I wonder if, I guess that seems kind of loose here. Okay, what are we drawing? God, Yorion is just so good. Oh. I see. I see. I see. Yorion, so good. Main deck spell bomb. All right, so this is a match where I think we want all of these. Like, I actually am comfortable with having 3 equipment in this deck. Plague Engineer seems gas. It's named Spirits, Sedborn Witch, etc. How's it going, John? 8-9 Flying Lifelink is good, you say? I need to find that screenshot I had where I had Yorion with 2 swords on it and a batter skull. Oh my god. I think I don't think we want I don't think we want Ashiok on this list. I think we just cut the discard spells here. Just go down to 2 Inquisitions, maybe. I don't like Ashiok, honestly. It gets to the point in the game where, like, they just... Oh, I guess Ashiok shuts off Stoneforge Mystic. Ashiok shutting off Stoneforge Mystic is real. What else is in that list? I don't know. I don't know when it was posted. It was like posted like a couple of days ago. Wish I had the deck list. Which smallpox, lingering, soul, stoneforge. I wonder if I just type in like those 4 key cards, like it'll just like. Alrighty. Because like Ashok only shuts off Stoneforge Mystic and potentially Lingering Souls. I don't think it's enough. They don't have any fetches either. Oh, they have 4 Marsh Flats, but that's like loose. I guess it shuts off their fielder ruins. We saw that in their list, but not this one. I think I'd rather just have the Inquisitions, though. I think I'd rather just have the Inquisitions, I think. Yeah, let's just do that. Ooh, on the draw. On the draw, on the draw, on the draw. Oh, we can miss one land drop and be okay. You just gotta believe a little bit. Just gotta believe. Just gotta believe. Second land drop. They're gonna Inquisition me. It'd be interesting what they take here. Probably the Bob. I can imagine Bob being the take here. I could also I could see Inquisition or Bob being the take for sure. I doubt it will be any of these 4 cards. Yeah, they take the Inquisition. Land. So I'm gonna play this untapped in case I want to push, draw land, and we can play Dark Confidant here. But this is entirely hinging on us drawing a second land here. They don't play anything. Land. Land. Arguably the worst card in the deck. I can't. So God. Oh, so this is like the floor of the hand that we kept, right? So if they even play Sedgeborn Witch, we can't even push it. We have to path it. Okay. Wow, they took the Batter Skull. But they're also just not doing anything either, so that's like really good for us. Land. But once they slam like Lingering Swords or something, it's kind of game over. How do I know the discard spell? Their hand just might be all removal spells. I think that's the obvious. Oh my god. This is like the best sword too. We just kind of have to like cut it, right? I think I'm just going to discard this Liliana. Probably. But like the fact that they took that at this stage of the game where I'm stuck on 1 land is kind of crazy. Interesting. I'll probably just push this. I could have actually pushed this now. So that was actually a punt. Like the fact that we have all these cards and they have 3, you know, it's like screw beats flood eventually, especially when they're just not killing us here. Alrighty. And the fact that they spent a Kai'Sgal here, I'm assuming they have another one. Maybe I should have waited. Oh, they just have to push. Okay. Green source. Green source. Okay, it's not bad. It's turn 6 and our opponent hasn't done anything. So funny. Are they Kai'Sgaling here? Sure. I mean, if they... If I can draw a green source, I can green source hold up path. What is this? Is this another witch? Oh. So that shuts off our fetch lands. So we need to draw exactly Blooming Marsh or Overgrown Tomb or Triome. Oh my god. Where's our lands deck? That's what I get for disrespecting Ashiok? Yeah. For sure, 100%. 100%. Alright. You got a clock, opponent. You certainly have a clock. I mean, we could just easily Skyclave this too, so as long as we just have another land. Batterskull. Okay, we will Triome and a couple Fletches and non-greed sources. I guess I should just path this now. And then if they tap out for a Batterskull, we can E for 0 and pop it, which is probably the worst use of it, but... Land. Oh my god. What is happening? I'm surprised they're cracking that. Do they just not want to cast Batterskull here? So they have Batterskull 4 unknown. Overgrown Tomb. We have 2, I believe, or 3. 2 Temple Garden. Cool. Yeah. I mean, if they're gonna try to mill us, we have 80 cards. My god, let's fucking go, deck. Oh, I have 2 more matches. Why? Taxes are going Burrows Yorion with Imperial Recruiter. You know what'd be really funny though is if like traditional taxes had a good matchup against Burrows taxes. I think that's how it's gonna be, right? Yeah. We'll eventually draw lands, right? Is that the kind of the... Is that the hope? We'll eventually draw lands here. Eventually. Naked Skyclave. I love it. I love it. Green source. What am I supposed to do here? I think I just have to path the Skyclave when they like I think this is like what are the odds? Oh my god, are they gonna like field me? They get a green source? That'd be so funny. Plan is also just flooding. They know of our path, so it depends on if they want to exhaust us using path here. But honestly, if we even had like a half decent hand, this Ashak really isn't doing anything. Like they're just have 2 cards at hand, so it's like just, if they're gonna equip, they should have done pre-combat, right? I don't know, Etherealize. I don't know. All I know is we could use a land here. God bless America. I mean, they have 2 cards in hand. They're probably all just removal spells. Okay, that doesn't really do anything. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, so we have Batter Skull Unknown here. Maybe I should have discarded that first Tarmogoyf. Okay. Is our last card a removal spell? Score is going to be true too, hopefully. I mean, it's a cool deck. Guess I have to get this. That's just like missing land drops, just so awkward. Guess I just path this now, right? Well, I just path the germ. Make them like spend their mana to make this bigger. Okay, so they don't have a removal spell now. Okay. So we go to 5. Gross. Oh. We don't have double white for Skyclave. Oh, man. I have to decay this. And then chump with Tarmogoyf. What is this? Yes. I would like to kill the witch. So next turn we can go Stoneforge Mystic. We need to draw. We need to draw basic planes here. Oh, oh my god, you're right. I could have just paid or not paid and it doesn't matter. You're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Thank you for pointing that out. I'm just like flustered that it's turn 14. I haven't drawn any lands. Apologies. So like we could theoretically Skyclave this on our turn if we draw a white source. Oh, that's annoying. I have 32 cards in hand. Alright, well, we're going to believe in the magic of Dark Confidant here. Gonna have to block here. Damn it. Okay. Oh, I can't search. God damn it. Fucking Ashiok. Oh my god. So next turn we can go 2-drop equip sword here. So frustrating. This game is like so frustrating. So 2-drop means we can equip the sword. That was like the most frustrating game Magic ever played. Oh my god. Literally the most frustrating game I think I've ever played. Definitely had on clock, but they have 10 minutes left. I doubt that clock will be a factor in this last game. Unless we both of us just don't draw or, you know, our respective lands here. If both of us miss our second land jumps like how we did last game, that would maybe that's a possibility here. Oh man. Fucking Ashiok, dude. Maybe it's better on the play, but people want Ashiok. I don't want Ashiok. I just hate Ashiok in these mid-range mirrors, you know? Just feels wrong. We're not gonna draw a third land here either, right? Is that how it's gonna go? Gonna go Triome here. Okay. Probably take this Stoneforge here. Our hand becomes just so clunky. I wonder what they'll take here. Wow, they didn't take the Stoneforge. So with that read here, I'm gonna get a Sword of Light and Shadow. We're just gonna outgrind him with Lingering Souls. This gives protection. If they push this, we go Lingering Souls. Then we sword. Attempt to kill him with the sword. If they go 2-drop, that's kind of scary. We can just Kai's Guile. Like if they have like some reason we're in Dark Confidant or something. They go Titleless Scholar, we can make them sack, make them 1/1. Then we're like immune to smallpox. We have a lot of lines here, potential good lines. Stoneforge Mistake, sure. A fourth land would be great here because then we can flash in sword and then equip next turn. Sword of Feast and Famine's not that scary because we have Lingering Souls. Alright, that's the land that I was hoping to draw. So, sack, make a 1/1. Yeah, like always want to double check. There's so many modes. Okay. So if they go like, if they go Lingering Souls here, I think it's okay. Bright Climb Pathway. Ooh, that's scary. So they could hold up push. Oh, okay, they just push now. Okay, well, we're gonna go through the air now. And hope that Bob kills them here. And even then, we could like sword equip if they're tap out. And bring back Stoneforge Mystic. Nice. Like at this point, like I don't care about this Sedgemoor Witch, honestly. If they go like Lingering Souls, it's okay. Okay. Like at this point, like I kind of want the Bob to live. Oh, if they go discard spell, oh that's gross. It's actually fine. Okay. The attack, I don't care. I'm gonna cash in this Cling now. Like, we're just gonna kill him through the air here. This isn't a flying, right? It's a pest. Just take a Thoughtseize. Okay, that's dead. That's also dead. Yeah, I think we just attack all here. Attack all, flashback, Lingering Souls, put Yorion in hand. Like, let your Bob kill you. Yeah, I think I like that line. They reveal a 3-drop. They're like in a World of Hurt here. Oh, Bobby. You're on the winning side here. They revealed Skycleave Apparition, Sedgemoor Witch. Say that took 6 off the Sedgemoor Witch. So funny. At all cost. Exactly, Arcbound Twerker. Exactly. Opponent's like, how do I get out of this game? You can't. I mean, they could have, like, explosives. That'd be disgusting. 2, 5, 6. Then you just take all this. If they go Lingering Souls, we can go wide. So, yeah, if they go Lingering Souls, we can go wide. And then if they go Lingering, they can't cast this for mana here. Oh, they drain 2. Interesting. So do they have Path to Exile? I wonder. Oh, you're right. But they can't sack a pest, though. So I guess there's Yorion here. They have to have exactly Path to Exile here. And then not flip a 1-off Bob. We go Yorion block. One, two, three, four, five. Block. Block. 1, 2. So if they have the exact Path to Exile, we lose. So we're just going to go for it. They have Path. They could also have Cling. In which case we can Cling their Cling. Thanks, Maximaze. Really appreciate it. Okay. So then we Cling that Cling. So we can actually like Cling. Let me do the math here. So if they have exactly Path, they can't even do that. So I can just eat a creature to be safe and exile the Stoneforge Mystic. And then we go up to 8. This loses the target. Yeah, so let's eat their Stoneforge Mystic. Let's exile the Stoneforge Mystic. So hard to see. Exile there, right? Okay. Cool. They should have just done that on their turn then. I really appreciate it, Maximace. Thank you so much. Glad I got you in the stream. Yeah, you caught us on a nail biter there. Every match was a 2-1. Trying to play with the trophy here. I'm gonna use the restroom again. I'm gonna be right back. I don't think they're. I don't think so. Etherealized. I think you're being a little too optimistic here. We're gonna get paired against Tron, and we're gonna O2. It's gonna be awful. But it'll be fun. It's been a fun league. I definitely did not play well at all today. But keep your best hand against Tron. If it's like let's say 3 lands, a 2 push, and like a Stoneforge Mystic, it's like, oh, you gotta mulligan that. Any fatal push is a dead card, right? In this last match, for sure, for sure, for sure. At least we broke the 3-2 curse. Oh, sorry, I missed a follow. Big Tall Wizard, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to the channel. 29 more followers until the big 1K. I'm like so close. So close. Tommy Soccer Ball 2, thank you for the follow as well. Really appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. It sounds pretty good, except for against Tron. Taro 1K. I definitely will not be able to do a 24-hour, but I was planning to do like an 8-hour stream with a charity event with like a raffle, a charity raffle. That's kind of my goal here. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. This is exactly what we were talking about here. Mishra's Bauble. Another Amulet. In case they have Azusa, I'm just gonna do this. Because they could definitely turn 2 Titan us here. So another Mishra's Bauble. Okay. Oh. Okay. They don't have Azusa. I'm gonna shuffle that away. I'm gonna draw Verdant Catacombs because the shuffle bug never works. Thoughtseize. I guess they don't have a bounce land, right? So let's bubble them. Slayer Stronghold. Okay, so the hand is absolutely nothing. Trophy's great. Trophy's good. Probably Skyclave, one of the amulets, get a clock down. And then we can always like decay the other one. Because even if they draw Titan here, they don't have enough mana. So they have... Okay. I think I still decay that. Decay this. Okay. Force. Okay. I'm going to push that Triad. Hopefully we draw an untap land. Because we can get a sword trigger in. Or not. I guess we just get a Goif down, hold up trophy. It's not badly in either. Yep. Great Aetherize, because even if they draw Primeval Titan here, we could trophy it. What would they have in hand that they want to keep? Attack. I'm gonna just hold up trophy plus Kaya's Guile. Okay. Make them sack. Make a 1/1. Cool. Cool. One came away from the dream. Ashiok, Foams, Damping Spear. Spell Bombs and Cling come out. Probably just like trim. We saw a Reclaimer, so I think we just trim souls. I actually want all the pushes, right? We saw like Reclaimer, Dryad. Like maybe we trim like one push, maybe, but like we really want a push for the Reclaimer, and then like we can potentially leave up Path. I just don't want to be naked to a Dryad or a Reclaimer, so I think we just have to keep all the pushes in. Legacy Weapon. Sorry, I must have just missed a bunch of chats. I apologize. My LGS is opening for the gamer for the first time on Monday. I'm scared. Yeah, it's. I think it's appropriate to be scared. You know, when you first start going back to normalcy, right? I think that's definitely a reasonable feeling, right? And don't feel pressured if anyone's like, "Oh, why are you feeling that way?" Just tell them to shut the fuck up, because it's like we've been in quarantine for like a year and a half, dude. It's gonna be weird. Someone help me out. I know there's an artifact that's a shuffle, but I can't remember what it's called. Oh, is that the card you were thinking of? I see. Cut one lures. That's what I was thinking. Like lures, recurring damping sphere and or baubles are just so good. Maybe I don't want the Kaya's Guile. Maybe I do. It's hard making that last cut. You can also just cut Hex Drinker. I think reasonable just to cut Hex Drinker. And one more cut. Maybe just trim Kaya's Guile. If they only have Primeval Titan though, we just go like this. Yeah, Hex Drinker's kind of meh. I heard no refresh my collection and I can't build any modern decks. Yikes. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people sold their paper collection, and now I think that's kind of what the impending price spikes will be with paper cards. I feel like once people are like, oh, I need to play some modern, it's like, oh, I have like no good cards left in my collection. I think this is a mulligan. We have no interaction. Okay, we're gonna keep this. Probably just bottom of Luris. Again, we just need to draw a land here. But if we go like Thought Season to Dark Confidant, I think we're actually doing okay. They have the Amulet, which is scary. Land. Okay. So this time we actually drew the land here, which is great. Their hand is ass. Wow. Just look at that. I mean, if they had a bounce line, they had turn to Dryad, but I think that's... Oh, okay, they have Grazer, that's fine. Okay. So they have Bog Radiant Fountain. Okay, so that's a dead card now for us, unfortunately. We can't even attack through this Grazer either. I think we have to Kaya's Guile now, which is unfortunate. Oh, another Greaser. Oh, man. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So they don't have Titan mana here. A land. Okay, we drew the land. That's great. I think we just Kayasgal here. Make them sack. Make a 1/1. Damn it. This Kayasgal is looking awkward. Very awkward. At least we can attack, though. We have a clock now. So I guess we have to fulminate now. Okay. Do we hold this Fatal Push for a Dryad? Or a... Definitely doing this. I think we just blow up the Colony Garden in case they get a bounce land in there. Yeah, I think I kind of want to get greedy here too. And we can just put Yorion in hand next turn. If they don't play anything, they obviously have a Titan, and then we can Thoughtseize it. Okay. Okay. Batterskull. We actually revealed the Batterskull to this ball, which is so funny. We used to dodge Primal Titan, you know? Just dodge Primal Titan. Okay, that's fine. I guess we put sort of fire Feast and Famine in our hand. Just no natural Valakut, please. Yeah. I'm gonna put Yorion in hand. Wow, let's go. Pew, pew, pew. Got there. MDGO so strong. Thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. So, who said Abzan was unplayable? What did I say earlier? Oh man, that's just quite the league. Um, Team Leader Blade, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So time to play a real deck. I don't know, John. I think this is real enough for me. Oh my goodness, that tasted good. Thank you for the prime sub. Really appreciate the support. Really means a lot to me that people are subscribing. So I really appreciate all the support from my channel. I'm playing a tier 4, tier 5 deck here. Thanos would be upset with such imbalance. No, tag F follows on Twitter and tell him that Titan is off. I can if you want me to. Let me save this picture. This is really funny how I'm just like Dredge me. Oh my goodness, AJV 20. Oh, Roundsy gifting subs. Oh my god, Roundsy, you are doing too much for me, man. Thank you for the gifted subs. You gifted AJV 20, Paul gifted, Darth Combo, Smearabito, how's it going, buddy? And Jesse Filler Music. Thank you all for hanging out in the stream, getting the gift subs. Got that nice Abzan 5-0. You know what that means though? That just means that we're gonna O2 drop the Mana Traders event, because every time I prepare for an event, like a big event, whether it's a 1K or whatever, or a 2K at the local shop, like every time I trophy, I do really poorly in the big events. So I will give you credit, Aetherius. You definitely did have faith all the way, for sure, for sure. But yeah, that was awesome. I again, like, I haven't changed anything to the list. I pretty much streamed this exact same 75 all of May. Honestly. And I'm just gonna register the same 75 to the Mana Traders on Saturday. So speaking of, if you guys want to support the channel, if you guys haven't, or I know there's been a bunch of follows just a second ago, but if you guys want to support the channel, haven't already, please hit that follow button. I'd really, really appreciate it. If you guys want to check out my past streams, you guys can go to my YouTube. And then if you guys want to get stream updates, you guys can follow me on Twitter. It's twitter.com/KODiamonds22. I also have a wonderful Discord. All the people that are contributing to my Discord have been amazing. We're all hyped about the spoilers. Everyone's kind of posting whatever they find, the newest spoiler, we post and talk about it. It's a great community in there. So if you guys want to hang out in that, the Discord link is there. Yep, 80 cards, baby. 80 card mid-range. It feels good to finally get that trophy, too, because this deck has felt good. And I've been trying to make a statement that, like, Abzan Yorion, like, Abzan needs that extra power boost. And I think Yorion fits that bill. And just having I think it was round 1 where, like, I had a Batter Skull, and then they, like, was it round 1 or like my Batter Skull was answered, and I just casted a Batter Skull and just, like, reflickered it, and just, like, I went from, like, no bodies on board to 2 4-powered, like, beaters, so, like, having this flying evasive top ramen guy is just amazing. But yeah, I really appreciate everyone for tuning and hanging out. It's actually kind of late. This is actually a later start time for me. I usually stream like an hour or two earlier. But yeah, I really appreciate everyone tuning in and hanging out. Nice to finally get that trophy. Appreciate all the support. Everyone definitely had faith. That is for sure. So yeah, let's send you all over to on a raid. Is there any suggestions here? I guess I'm at the top here. Let me see. A lot of arena. Is there anyone streaming Moto and playing modern? That looks like limited. There's a lot of basics on the battlefield. I want to stream someone who's has not many viewers here. Kind of make their day. We have 55 viewers. Appreciate everyone hanging out. But it looks like our pickings are slim. This person's playing Legacy. Is there anyone that we want to raid? Any suggestions in the chat? We don't raid some Legacy. Okay, let's raid some Legacy then. Because that person has 190 viewers. Let's give this person with 3 viewers. Let's send some love here. Yeah. Appreciate everyone for tuning in, hanging out. Got that trophy. Let's go. Appreciate everyone for tuning in. My next stream will be Saturday, 7 o'clock in the morning, for the Mana Traders event. I know a lot of people will probably be streaming it, so appreciate you guys' viewership there. Hope to catch you guys then. Stay safe, stay healthy. Let's go. Top ramen noodle Abzan. All right, guys, take it easy, stay safe. Catch you guys on Saturday. Bye.